There's a reason the 2027 Honda Accord still feels like such a central player in the midsize sedan world. It doesn't try to be everything to everyone, but it gets most of the important things right. You sit in the driver's seat and it immediately feels familiar, not dated, just confident in its own identity. Honda didn't chase gimmicks with this generation, and that's both its strength and, in a way, its limitation. One of the first things you notice is how composed the Accord feels on the road. Even when you push a bit harder through winding back roads, the steering stays precise without ever feeling twitchy. It strikes a nice balance between comfort and engagement, a rare quality in a segment where many cars lean heavily toward one or the other. On rough pavement, the suspension absorbs imperfections without making you feel disconnected from the car. That relaxed confidence makes long highway runs genuinely pleasant, and for buyers who commute often, that's more valuable than flashy performance numbers. Inside, Honda has clearly thought about everyday usability. Controls are well laid out, the seats are supportive in a way that still feels natural after hours behind the wheel, and the touchscreen interface works without making you utter a string of expletives. Some rivals have gone for giant screens and fancy graphics, but the Accord keeps things intuitive. You don't have to relearn how to operate basic functions, and that consistency matters when you're juggling life's other demands. The big strength here is how well-rounded the 2027 Accord feels. It doesn't really excel in one single category, but it doesn't noticeably fail in any either. Whether it's fuel economy that's genuinely competitive, rear seat space that accommodates adults without complaint, or visibility that doesn't leave you guessing at intersections, it all just works. For a lot of buyers, that calming reliability is exactly what they're after. If there's a weak point, it's that the Accord doesn't spark joy in the way some competitors do. You glance at the likes of the Mazda 6 or certain European sedans and they connect with you emotionally in a way the Accord doesn't quite replicate. This Honda feels thoughtful, practical, and dependable, but not particularly exciting. For buyers who want a car that moves them, not just moves them from A to B, that might be a disappointment. Here's something that caught me off guard. The Accord's cabin acoustics are genuinely impressive. At highway speeds, wind noise is subdued to the point where you almost forget you're in a mainstream midsize. That's not something most people talk about, but it makes a difference when you're listening to music or having a conversation. Overall, the 2027 Honda Accord continues its tradition of being a sensible, capable choice. It won't steal headlines with wild design or outrageous performance, but it's a car that quietly earns your trust, and for many drivers, that's exactly what counts.